They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. The play action fake. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The give to the left. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He uncorks one deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Touch pass on the run. Wide open. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. LSU quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Trying play action. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'll try the toss to the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They'll immediately call timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here's the pressure. Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. Let's go. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little time with his feet. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. LSU right back to the line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Going downfield for the big play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot, and because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll go right back to the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on give it on the inside. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get down.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Still looking, on the move. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They go to the wide receiver screen. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Adams. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for space. It's Durham. Running to Green. Turning it on. He's loose. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Back to pass, it's Simpson. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding.
There he goes. After a filthy move. He's got room. He was loose and set him sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out, everybody being able to run to the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quick handoff. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's got it on the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Defense looks as if it's coming. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I love the run call here because this offense does not have to panic yet. Like, there's still plenty of time left in this football game. Stay patient. Stay true to who you are as a team. Get some first downs. Move the ball down the field. You can't get it all back in one play.
They'll give it to him again. Slithers into space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. LSU with the first first and 10 here. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. Turning on the Jets. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone.
Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here on the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw at Simpson. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On target to the left. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. Release to the back. Makes the grab. It's Miller. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Grab near the marker. It's Horton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They'll try the right side. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown tie. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced with this offense down the stretch. This is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He'll try to take it back.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Hey everyone, this is Desmond Howard and welcome back to Road to Glory. Before we get started, feel free to look around and customize the RTG. Now let's get started by selecting your initial star rating. Your performance. Next, it's time to choose your position. Now let's choose what type of player you want to be. We've added some new archetypes this year, so keep an eye on the ratings and how they change with each build. The physical and mental abilities you can unlock will also be different. This is where you'll update your bio and customize your look and animations for game day. If you didn't import a team builder team, the player info section is also where you'll choose the name of your high school and mascot. Okay, let's review everything before you get under the bright lights. Once you hit that confirm button, your road to glory begins. Welcome to your senior year of high school. Throughout the season, you'll play through key moments from your games each week. And from this screen, you'll be able to manage the top schools on your recruiting board, cutting them all the way down to your top 3 before signing day. Now it's time to show them what you can do.